Now, let's learn how to execute commands as a superuser in Linux. A normal user does not have the privilege to perform certain tasks. The sudo command in Linux elevates the privilege of a normal user to perform certain restricted tasks. The sudo command allows you to elevate the privilege without logging in as a root user. In Ubuntu, by default, a user can join the sudo group to get these facilities. The user doesn't require a root password of the root user to execute the privilege commands. Running commands as superuser. In this demo, we will see how to execute commands as a superuser. In Ubuntu, when you log in into the desktop interface and open the terminal, you are logged in as a normal user. Now, let's see how to elevate the normal user privileges such that you can run the privilege commands used by the administrator, whose name is root. You don't need the password of the root to execute these privilege commands. You just have to use the sudo command, which stands for superuser do. Follow the sudo command with cat/etc/shadow to open up the file. You get all the information about the shadow file. A normal user will not have the permission to open this file. You can check the permissions using the command sudo ls-l/etc/shadow. When it executes, you can see that it does not have any permissions. These permissions are for the root. Currently, you are not the root. You can view your identity by typing the command id-a. You are user 100. Here, a normal user is opening up a shadow file where this file is owned by the root. This is indicated by the RW. When you open the file using the command sudo cat/etc/shadow, your privilege has been escalated. You become a root and then open this file. This is the function of the sudo command. Let's dive into a bit more details. When you use the command id-a, you get the username user100 and you are part of the sudo group. Only if you are a member of this group can you use this command. Only an administrator can add you into this group. By default, whenever you create a user, the user will be added into the sudo group. For example, you are creating a user called user200 using the command sudo user add user200. Now, switch to user200 by typing the command su-user200. You have not set any password for this user. Set the password using the command sudo password user200. Now, try to switch the user using the same command as seen before. Type in the command id-a user200 and you see that there is a group for 200. To add this user to sudo group, type in the command sudo user mode -g sudo user200. Check using the id-a user200 command again. And you can see that the user has been added to the sudo group. This is how to run commands as a superuser.